what is going outside ourselves. Hello guys, hope you're doing well today. In today's video I want to share with you why I'm choosing the theme of procrastination, why I have my procrastination blog. Well, I discovered it myself the first time when the procrastination, let's first jump into the thing. What is procrastination for the most of us? The procrastination for the most of us is just to postpone things. It means to say things that I want to do tomorrow. And for myself, what has actually happened during procrastination, when you do such a thing, it's even deeper roots. It has even deeper roots, and it's simply when you don't align with your why. For all of those who are familiar with Simon Sinek, Start With Why or Not, I want you to recommend to actually watch some of his interviews, and he's actually explaining what the why is. I can just say the why is your purpose. It's the thing why you do the thing you do. It's the reason why you do the things. And the thing is actually, when you discover yourself more and more, when you ask your questions more and more, the more the self discovers, the more you actually build yourself in knowledge, on the knowledge your capital. So it's more about when you become more conscious of yourself, the more you become conscious of your knowledge capital. So of your knowledge in all what you have, and also of your things which are in your brain. And remember, we are like a mirror. It means what is going on outside is in ourselves. It's completely mirror what is going outside ourselves. That means what you are right now, in which position you're right now, it's because you have the thoughts in your brain which you have right now. And this is a really powerful insight for myself. And the most people who are actually going this path of discovering the why are really afraid of finding the core self, the core beliefs, or even to reshape the belief system. The most are just really freaking afraid and just want to do it. And the thing is, the formula for discovering the why is simply: we are made not for progress but for growth, conditioning and obedience. It means it means when we try to discover ourselves and really consume social media, consume all the media in the TV and on the radio and also newspapers, it's made not for progress for ourselves but just for obedience. I don't want to go for conspiracy theories, but if you go really into the depths, you can find a lot of things. I don't want to say about conspiracies, but there's something about it, and this is true because they want to condition you to buy things and to stay where you are and not to grow. In reality, one of my mentors says, we are like a sponge which we are absorbing information. From the moment we are born, we are more a sponge, and the more we grow, the more the sponge becomes dirty. And by reconditioning your mind, you are cleaning up your sponge and feeding it with new information which is more relevant to you. The thing is with the sponge is just remember, or one thing I can say, one of my mentors said is, when you were a child and have seen a spider and you wanted really to touch this creature and see what it's all about, and all of a sudden your mom comes and really kind of says, don't touch this creepy spider, it's so creepy, don't touch it. What has happened is innocent warning from the mother, may be innocent for herself, but what she does to the child at this moment, she conditions the child that spiders are creepy. So she made for this child up having the fear of arachnophobia, where I imply myself. I'm also a human being who has arachnophobia, especially of the big tarantulas. And the bad thing, it sinks in your unconscious mind, and the more it's an unconscious mind, it operates from there. And when it comes up to surface, it becomes more like a reflex rather than and like more an autopilot thing rather than conscious action. And then it can become really harsh to overcome because we're unconscious of it. And this happening all around of us because we are really living in a world of filters, and all the filters coming from our parents, from our friends, from the media, from everywhere. And by getting rid of those filters, we can put up those filters and act in a certain situation in a certain way. But actually, when we get out of those filters, like polysaccharidity or something like that, then we can find our core self. We can dig deeper and deeper inside it. And as I said before, because of these filters we are conditioned, the more it sinks deep inside of us, the more we act of autopilot. The same thing is when you have the lifestyle, which is actually 90% of our life. Going to work, going back from work, watching TV show, going to sleep, and over again. This kind of lifestyle is actually putting us away from discovering our core self. And this is actually one of the whys I have actually started with pursuing the path of discovering my own procrastination and telling you guys or sharing you guys what I have found on this way. And one of the disclaimers, this is also why the richer become richer and poorer become poorer, because simply this social media stuff and all these things which you have on radio, and especially these things on radio and TV and newspapers, they made up for us to fear, and they made up for us to not move, and it is one of the tools of conditioning. And the richest are conscious of the tools of conditioning, but we don't. And the richest don't caught up in it because they're conscious of it, and they tell also their children, because the richest are actually who made them up. I don't want to go in the conspiracy theory again, but it is obvious that we are conditioned by the media. This is really obvious, and condition of the rest of the world. And who condition us? Actually the richest to buy to buy BS, which we actually don't need. But we don't have to be afraid of it, because like, you know, if you go for Apple and see what the codes they created, and is it really just intention of manipulation what's it that? And I think it's not just manipulation what they did, and the manipulation can actually be positive, also negative manipulation. The manipulation what Apple does, they're saying they are for people like Martin Luther King Jr. who were outsiders and then become people who everyone is watching up. And this is not necessarily being a negative manipulation, it's just they are sharing a core belief which people are thinking in and buying their stuff because they can identify with it, because they're sharing the story. And guess what? Manipulating, you manipulate yourself, you manipulate others. You cannot manipulate others because you're just there, you manipulate people. And it's just a being, you can't not communicate. It means 20% it's what we perceive is just a conscious, 80% of our whole conception is unconscious. Therefore we can manipulate people unconsciously. Even without doing anything, we're manipulating people. And this is actually the same thing with art of persuasion. There are verbal techniques and not verbal techniques which you can manipulate people and persuade people. in different things, and it more goes into the psychology. And for myself, it was a big discovery for myself to actually go from it. It's the same thing, back to topic of procrastination. We are the most painful feeling, and because we procrastinate, is actually the feel of regret. And you can actually tackle all the feel of procrastination with the feeling of regret which you might have in the end of your life. And if you really go deep inside of this regret of what you're doing right now, do it in like 40 years straight in a row, and then you just feel regret in your life. And this is actually the engine, because we are twice as receptive towards pain rather than to pleasure. It means when we attach this pain more and more of regret, the more we tend to move towards going against our procrastination. So this is just a small disclaimer video. I hope you got some value from it. I post an article down below. It goes more into the depths. I hope this article will also help you. And as always, have an awesome day.
Hey, how's it going? I hope you like my content. If so, hit the like button. And if you really like this content, make sure to share it with your friends and your beloved ones. I upload every day, so make sure that you hit the notification bell and the subscribe button in order to see more of these videos in the future. I wish you an awesome day, and as always, do not lie to yourself and pursue your passion now.